Everyone is looking at the girl and saying she's the tomb's owner? But she just looks like a little girl. And Ning Tian realizes something and thinks, challengers? She called us challengers instead of robbers. That means this isn't just a tomb. Or is this tomb a trap? And she's been waiting for our arrival. Then Saintess asks the girl, may this junior, Yaoqi Saint Yao 11, ask about this senior? And she replies, oh, you're Yaoqi's child. I didn't expect that there would be a new saint so soon after Yao Zuan. And after hearing that, Elder Kinglin asks, to actually call the great Saintess Yao Zuan by name, is this senior the third great sage? Then Ning Tian asks Saintess, the third great sage? Then the Saintess explains, the third great sage and the great Saintess Yao Zuan were two powerful figures of the same generation who were close to one another. Then Elder Kinglin asks, didn't this senior embark on the path of becoming a god with the great Saintess Yao Zuan 300 years ago? The great Saintess Yao Zuan has fallen. So why? And that girl tells, why am I still alive? And Elder Kinglin replies, that's not what this junior meant. Then she tells, what is that path of becoming a god? It's better to say it's the path to destruction. It doesn't matter if you're an emperor. As long as you step onto this path, you're destined to fail. Heavenly Demon, Yao Zuan, and all the rest. Since you're Yao Zuan's descendants, I won't let you go down that path of no return. I'll prevent it. As soon as she said that, she made some kind of attack and purple mist started coming out. And everyone is trapped in some kind of illusion, and they say yes, all those strong emperors have fallen. What's the meaning of our training? It's better to end it now, once and for all. Then Ning Tian realized and thinks, no, this old monster is attacking us. The powerful enemy is truly unpredictable. The elders have also been trapped. Rather than wait for her to wipe us all out, it's better to take the risk and try to escape. Then Ning Tian laughed. And no one except Ning Tian had yet to get out of the trap. Even one was trying to cut his own throat. That girl then looked at Ning Tian and says, what are you laughing about? And at the same time she thinks, the Tao heart of this ordinary disciple is unstable, so why did he wake up so quickly? Then Ning Tian tells, I think what the senior said is absurdly wrong. Then a huge purple celestial body materialized behind that girl, and she says, so brave. You dare to say I'm wrong? And Elder gets scared and tells Ning Tian, Patriarch. The third great sage is as strong as the Empress, don't anger her. Then golden aura began to emanate from Ning Tian's body, and he says people who practice the Tao are the ones going against nature. If that's what the senior truly thinks, then this senior should have fallen together with the great Saintess Yao Zuan. Why would this senior be here now? And she looks at Ning Tian and tells, you kid, you dare to speak so arrogantly. Suddenly she gets very happy. She laughs and tells, great, great. With such a will you're like a great emperor. After hearing this everyone gets confused and Ning Tian says, like a great emperor? Me? At the same time, the Saintess thinks, as expected of the Patriarch, he was able to affect the third great sage. Then suddenly that girl rushes over to Ning Tian, and she says, boy, seeing that you have impressed me, I'll give you an opportunity to improve your mortal physique. Seeing that, Ning Tian shouts, wait, and she comes close to Ning Tian and touches his forehead. Then she enters Ning Tian's consciousness, and she tells, don't blame this senior. After entering Ning Tian's consciousness, he saw a huge place, and she says not everyone would encounter such a good thing. Suddenly she notices something and tells, this is Thunder Dragon's spiritual vein, and the Thunder Dragons are coming towards him, and she shouts, he's a true god. Then she tries to make a cute face, and she tells, I was passing by and got curious, so I took a look. Don't worry, I'm leaving right away. Then the Thunder Dragon tries to attack him, and he dodges the attack and comes out of Ning Tian's consciousness. And after seeing this he is shocked and says, this boy's so wicked. Not only does he have the godly physique, but his spiritual veins can also restrain a spiritual body's power. Then a system notification pops up and tells, you shocked the third great sage, mind reading card earned. Mind reading card, see through people's thoughts and hear their inner voice. It works for 1 hour and becomes invalid after use. Ning Tian is happy to receive that, and he says, good. Then she tells Ning Tian, "Ahem, your physique is very good. Looks like this opportunity of mine isn't suitable for you." And Ning Tian says, "This senior's excuse is acceptable." And she tells, "Shut up, give me some face." Then he starts flying to the skeleton. At the same time he says, 300 years ago, I was gravely injured, and only a wisp of my spirit could be sustained. This tomb is just the last of my inheritance." Then Elder Kinglin asks, "The third great sage's inheritance?" And another girl says from behind, This is a big opportunity." Then she gathers energy in her hands and says, "The pressure you felt just now was the first round of the trial. Those who were unable to break through the pressure have lost. There's only one ending for the loser's death." As soon as she says that, many members die instantly, and the rest of the members look back immediately. Then Ning Tian says, "If you fail, you die. This senior is too cruel." Then that girl tells, "Let the trial continue. Also, I would like to remind everyone that you can obtain my inheritance only if you can get out alive." After seeing this, Ning Tian thinks she's a mad woman. Then that girl tells, "Ah, right, children of Yaoqi, wait here. My inheritance isn't suitable for you. When the trial is over, I'll send you out of here." After hearing that, Elder Kinglin says to that girl, "Thank you, senior." At the same time, Elder Kinglin is thinking, it's best to not get involved in such a matter. And on the other hand, two guys are talking to each other. One man tells, "It's so enviable that Yaoqi gets such treatment." The other one replies, "Right, who else is close to the third great sage?" Then Saintess tells, "Senior, I have another friend here." Hearing that, Ning Tian and Elder Kinglin get confused. And then Saintess looks at Ning Tian and says to the girl, "Could senior?" The girl then places her hand on her cheek, looks at the Saintess, and asks, "What? Is that your husband? Or the one you're in love with?" And Saintess replies, No, he isn't my husband or anything like that. He's the husband of the heavenly demonic sex Empress." Then she tells he's so young, and only at the Earth King realm, but he has such a powerful wife. Then Ning Tian tells the Saintess, "Saint, there's no need." The Saintess gets confused as to why Ning Tian refused. Then Ning Tian tells, "I'm actually interested in the third great sage's inheritance." Then she laughs and tells, "Good. If you can get my inheritance, your physique will drastically improve." Then she starts the second stage, and the skeleton jumps and punches the ground. Then several gates burst out of the ground, and everyone starts panicking. And one guy shouts, What is going on?" Then she explains there are 9 gates. If you enter the golden gate, you'll live. If you enter the black gate, you'll die. And if you enter the purple one, you'll be trapped in a nightmare forever. Now choose. Then one guy tells, "Is there even a choice? Of course we want to live. There's no difference between death and an endless nightmare." Then another guy says, "Wait, why is she so nice out of nowhere? Is she trying to fool us with irony?" And one man tells, "No matter what, I'm choosing to live." And another one tells, "I want to see if that great saint is tricking us." Then everyone says from behind, "Me too. I choose life too." And at that time, Ning Tian looks at the girl and thinks, there is obviously a catch, but I cannot tell what's her point. System, use the mind reading card. Then a system notification pops up and tells, currently activating the mind reading card. Activation complete. Time limit, 1 hour. Then Ning Tian begins to read the girl's mind, and that girl is thinking, haha, life-death isn't life-death too. Is death not life? Is it that easy to escape from death? So no matter if it's the door of life or the door of death, they both end the same. Then Ning Tian starts walking towards the purple gates and he thinks, only the third door can give me a way out. And that girl sees that, and thinks that kid actually chose the purple door. Then Ning Tian enters that door and says, interesting. After entering the door he says, is this the smell of blood and smoke? At the same time he thinks inside is the Heavenly Wind City. Then Ning Tian notices Li Changde hanging on the wall, and tells Patriarch, avenge us. At that moment, a scream comes from behind, and Ning Tian sees that Yi Leng is holding Sister Tao's hair. Sister Tao is screaming and telling, Patriarch save me, and Yi Leng tells all men of the heavenly demonic sect are useless, they can't even protect one woman. Then Ning Tian grabs Yi Leng by the throat and pushes him against the wall. Then Yilang says to Ning Tian, "What? You want to avenge your fellow disciples?" And Ning Tian replies, "Do you think I wouldn't dare to?" Then Yilang laughs and says, "Kill me. If you don't, I'll slaughter your entire sect." At the same time, many shadows behind Ning Tian are telling him, "Kill him, kill him, kill, kill." Hearing them, Ning Tian says angrily, "Right, I want to avenge them. I'm going to kill you all, yes, all of you." Then Ning Tian reads Yilang's mind, and he says, "As long as you start killing, you'll be trapped endlessly fighting here." Then Ning Tian realizes something, and then he attacks those shadows and says, "No, he's already dead. He's a dead man, why would I kill him again?" Suddenly Ning Tian starts feeling dizzy, and he says, "What's going on? Suddenly I feel so dizzy." After that, Ning Tian wakes up in his room and screams. Then he sits up and holds his head, and says, "I'm in my room. Was that a dream?" Then Luo Wuqing comes to that place and says to Ning Tian, "You're awake?" And Ning Tian notices her, and says, "Wife?" Luo Wuqing then sits down next to Ning Tian and puts her hand on Ning Tian's forehead, and says to him, "You have been sweating profusely. What was your dream about?" Then Ning Tian replies, "I dreamt about a bunch of people in a tomb. I entered the door of nightmares, and then I saw the heavenly wind city." Then Luo Wuqing tells Ning Tian, "You must have tired yourself from all the training. Let me help you relax." And Ning Tian responds, "Oh?" And Luo Wuqing then suddenly approaches Ning Tian and says, "Husband, how do you feel?" He replies, "Ah, I feel." Then Ning Tian suddenly grabs Luo Wuqing's hand, and Luo Wuqing screams and says, "That hurts." Then Ning Tian tells, "I feel like your acting is a bit too much, my wife isn't like this." Then Luo Wuqing smiles. At that moment the Saintess and the Queen Mother of the West come to that place and start saying, "He, let's play. Patriarch, let's play." Even the Saintess starts undressing. And seeing this, Ning Tian gets startled and he says, "Damn, why did these two appear too? How on earth am I supposed to fight this? 3 against 1? What do you think? What happened next?"